Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 14th edition of Friday Night Lure Lab. And today we are going to make a pike lure because it's been a while doing tiny lures, and I think it's time to create a big lure. Yeah, so I think I already have an image downloaded here somewhere. Now I still don't know how big I'm gonna make this lure. Probably about like 120 mil, something like that. And I also have some reference images for like pike gills and stuff. So I'm gonna try my best to make it as realistic as possible. I'm not sure about the scales yet. This is gonna be the hardest part, I guess, because pike has like tiny scales. So we'll see. Probably gonna use a texture or something. We'll see. Let's do the body first, and then we'll see what to do. So the first thing that I want to do here is scale this image to the correct dimensions. And to do that, let's start with a cube. Scale it up a bit. And on Y, I want it to be, yeah, I think 120 is enough, and we're already close. Let's enable transparency. So to enable transparency, it's Alt Z. I should probably get that plugin that shows you guys what I'm pressing. I think this is enough. We don't need the entire tail. Probably something like this. Nice. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm not in edit mode. Sorry. Got confused for a bit. Yeah, so as always, add a couple of loop cuts, maybe even one more at the top. Let's enable symmetry on the x-axis and give it a subdivision. Nice. Cool. It's going to be an interesting lure to make. What I love about big lures is it's easier to do the internals, a lot easier than small lures. Maybe we can move this entire face, or no. No, we don't want to move the entire face. We can probably scale these two on the Z axis. This is probably more accurate than moving it down. And we can move it a bit on the Y. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's move this one here. Now we're gonna add a couple more loop cuts, but yeah. Gonna put one here. And then what we can do is add another loop cut for the head. It's interesting that when I enable the on cage, they sometimes move, but I'm gonna leave it anyways. Let's put it here. Move this one up. Okay, let's remove the on cage for now. Let me see what's going on. Okay, I see now. You want this one here. And now we can move this one. Or we only need to move the vertex. Something like this. Cool. I wonder what will happen if we move this. No. Not a good idea. Okay, switching back to face select. We can move these two faces down. And the shape of the pike is not that complex, so didn't have to do too much changes. Now, again, I'm gonna scale these on the Z axis, move them up. This should be fine. I think I'm happy with the overall shape, except for this back piece here. So let me see. Let me see how it looks first. Huh. Yeah, once we add the details, it's gonna look fine. But maybe we can add one more loop cut here. And I think I need to disable this just to see what's going on. And we need to move this edge. Okay. Okay, side profile is fine. I'm not sure if I should probably move this a bit to the back. It's gonna be bigger than 120 though. 127, almost 130. Let me see how it looks before and after. No, I think it's fine. It is fine. Now, for the top profile, that's actually a good question. How does a bike look from the top? Is it like a flat head? Probably laughing at me right now. I barely caught two tiny pike. But yeah, I think the head is flat, like a crocodile or something. So I'm guessing the head is fine. No, this right here is not. So maybe we take this one, enable proportional editing. Let's try smooth, and then we'll see. I want to move it on the x-axis. Oh, it's looking a bit weird. Is there no image of a bike from the top? I think I'm searching for gills. Let's see, bike from top. Okay, yeah. So this is like it is a bit tapered on the mouth also. So maybe we can also but do this. Oh, what's going on here? Interesting. Why did it do that? Oh, that's because we have so what we can do to fix the symmetry issue is probably we can just delete all these edges or vertices. Oh, what happened? Let me hide the image. I forgot to add a line up here. Will this ruin our shape though? Yeah, just a bit. So the shape was altered. Remember, I did put it though at the beginning. I don't know what happened here. Let's try to fix this. Wait. What are you selecting? What's going on? Gonna move this one a bit. I think here it's fine. Here it's fine. This here, I think it's gonna be done anyways when we do the carving, but we can do it. We can also do it right now. Proportional editing is on. Forgot to turn it off. So these faces. Oh, come on. Okay, I think only these two should go down a bit. Probably this also must go down. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay. So, now what I can do is delete all these vertices right here. So everything on the left side or the negative x-axis, I can just delete. And we can add a mirror on the x-axis. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's turn proportional editing again and see if we can get the desired effect. Probably something like this, I think. Maybe that's even too much. I'm happy with this. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, probably should do the mirror first before the subdivision, but we're gonna get rid of the subdivision because we're gonna use the multi-res modifier. Now I'm gonna apply the mirror. So now we're back to having vertices on the negative axis, which is what I want. And I'm gonna add a multi-res, subdivided a couple of times. Let's see, statistics. Yeah, not enough. It's a start. Let's see. Let's see how the carvings look. Oh, we need to apply. So you see here, you see how the, what are they called? The brushes, they are acting weird. That's because the scale is not applied. So now I need to apply the scale. And now everything is fine. But I think it's gonna be rough. Yeah, it's very rough. Probably one more to start with. Let's see, we have, okay, we can start with this, do the rough shape, and then we can subdivide more. Bring my tablet. And first thing I always do is change the material because it sucks. Let's use this color. Okay, nice. Throw sharp. Nice. What I wanna do, all is good here. We're gonna enable transparency so we can see. We're gonna keep toggling back and forth. There's another thing that will help us see. So if I drawed something like this, sometimes it's hard to see when you have like lots of carvings. So you can enable a setting called cavity in the viewport shading, and it makes it a bit easier to see stuff. Now, the more we subdivide, the more this is gonna be smooth and awesome. I'm gonna set the brush units to scene instead of view. This way, if I zoom out, the size of the brush will not change. This is very helpful. Okay, so the gills. I was looking at the gills earlier. I think we need to go back. This is from top, Pike gills. Okay, back to the top. Okay, cool. So I was looking at the gills. So the back gill, the one on the back, will go all the way down here and it meets somewhere here. Then there's this, which comes from here and also down here, and all these small gills are like connecting the two together. And then we have one that goes to the mouth. I'm guessing this one is, I'm guessing it's this, or no, wait. Yeah, I think, or is it the lower lip? Wait, this is the lower lip. No, I think that's the upper lip. Interesting. Now, it doesn't have to be ultra realistic, but yeah, this image is going to be very helpful when doing the mouth. Anyways, let's start by doing this one. So it's going to be all the way from here, down here, and to the bottom. Make sure that symmetry is on. That's very important. So if I do this, it's already on the other side. And now I'm gonna start carving. Probably should stabilize the brush, but let's try to freehand it. Yeah, should definitely stabilize it. I have shaky hands. Okay, so once we reach this point right here, we have to rotate. And let's see, probably something like that. Now, of course, this is not deep enough, so I'm gonna increase the strength to, let's do 0.65 or 0.66. I divert a bit. We can probably smooth it out in a second. That is fine, but I think it should be bigger. Let's see. Yeah. Oops. Why is it so fast? Mouse strokes are bit faster than what I'm used to, or like the rotation and stuff. So this cavity setting right here, it helps a lot to see some like issues when you're carving, or places that are not smooth, for example. Oh, it's still stabilized. I keep forgetting to remove it when I no longer need it. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be fin number 1. Hope we have enough. It's up till, yeah, I think we have enough. Nice. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Stabilize it again. And this one is gonna go till, so this is probably gonna be here. Yeah, it's gonna go a bit further than the first one, till like probably here, somewhere here. So I'm gonna start it. Okay, and now we can continue it by hand. Oh, I think I went too far down. Should have probably stopped here, and then let's do it again. So I'm gonna try to stop here. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. Oh, come on. Nice. Nice, I like this. Let me redo the exact same line so I don't mess with the shape. Cool. And once we subdivide, it's gonna look smoother and smoother the more we subdivide. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn off cavity for now until we need it. But yeah, we can smooth these out in a bit. Let's go back to, I think level 6 is what we're working on, right? Level 6, 200, yeah. think I talked about this in a previous live stream, and I'll say it again. The less faces you have, the easier it is to smooth out geometry. That's why you want to start at like the bare minimum to be able to do what you want to do. Like obviously you're not gonna start with 5,000 faces. It's impossible to do anything. But in this case, since this is a big lure, I think 200, 300,000 faces were required. But sometimes especially with tiny lures, you can do it with way less. Also because this is a long lure, so you need more faces. There's some stretching here, I'm not sure. I think we're not going to be able to get rid of the stretching unless we smooth it on level 7. Let's see. Just want to test it out. Yeah. Okay. So we can't get rid of them on level 6. That's fine. We'll do the final touches at the end. Now we have to do these small, and I might not follow the image here. I think it's easier if maybe I'll do the first one based on the image and then the rest I'll do them myself. It's gonna be a lot easier. But what I wanna do is maybe I need to lift it up a bit here. Let's see. If it's too much, then I'll put it back. But basically I wanna hold it from here, grab it from here and lift it up. Something like this. Let's see, let's look at it from the side. Kinda worked. Okay, hide the image. Did we mess up anything? No. Nice. Now we have this notch here. Cool. Cool. The mouth, I think, is gonna be like the hardest part. And of course the scales. So let me start with the first one. And where do we start from? From right here. Okay. Nice. So it will start from... Okay, cool. So the rest are gonna be something like this. I think that looks fine. And then probably something like... that maybe... Okay, maybe... if we make it smaller, we can get more done. Let's see. But then we're gonna need to dig deeper. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna do too many of them. Why is it doing this? Oh, come on. Work with me. Maybe the crease brush is better at doing this. Let's see. Oh, definitely not. Wait. Of course, I'm not gonna start from here. I'm just testing something. But if I make turn it into this, no. Back to draw sharp. Um, okay, let's see how it looks. Nice. I like it. I like it. Now we can make these sharper, these edges, by using the crease brush, but let me revert it to how it was. It was minus, and we need to make it smaller. Okay, nice. We can do the same here. Make it a bit more sharp. Nice, nice, nice. This is probably too wide. Let me just take a look at what would happen if I took this. Maybe we need to make it a lot bigger and move it in. Yeah, I think it looks nicer. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Now the hard part. The mouth. The mouth is always hard to make. The problem is, I mean, the reason it's hard to make is because, so basically this lip is like attached to the uh to the top cheek or something like that. Is it called cheek? But it's on top of the jaw, of the bottom jaw. But it's nothing impossible. I think we can start by outlining it using the draw sharp tool. Can start somewhere from here. Just let me see the transition. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start somewhere over here. And let's assume that it goes all the way. Oh no, it's somewhat smooth out at the end somehow. Like probably something like this. It's gonna be smooth here, but I'm guessing it's on the side. It's on the side of the mouth. So I'm gonna undo this and try to stay on the side. Don't have to stick to the picture. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Now on the top, I'm gonna use a bigger brush. And then on the bottom, we're gonna use a smaller one. Something like this. So on the bottom, I'm gonna use a smaller brush, but I'm gonna do more passes to make it look sharper. First, let me smooth out this side right here. And we also need to smooth out the top part. Is it still stabilized? Yeah. I keep forgetting to turn it off. Okay, nice. Now for the bottom part, I'm gonna start from here, maybe a bit more, and stabilize it again. Too much. Now the bottom part extends to the end. So it goes all the way. Oh no. I should have went further down. The problem is in the image, the pike has its mouth open, but I don't want it open, so I have to modify it a bit. So I'm gonna redo this. Okay, starting from here. I'm gonna stay down. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. And this one is gonna go all the way to the front. Okay, so we don't want, we want this to look sharp, but I also want it to look like it's on top of the lip, so we need to smooth this out a bit, and maybe also go in from below and do another pass. We'll see. Let's see how it looks first. Show me the lower lip. Huh. No, I'm gonna go with a closed mouth. But it's not gonna look like this. I messed it up a bit, especially here at the front. We can still smooth it out. Yeah, I definitely messed up. Okay, let's try something. Can we get this to come up? Okay. Okay. So here it's fine, I can fix this, but I'm worried about the front. The front part, we want to smooth the part down here. Okay, so I'm gonna smooth all this part at the bottom. And then with the draw sharp, maybe smaller. I'm just checking how it looks. I want to do something like this. Let's see. So draw from beneath it, and it should look like it's on top of it. And if we smooth this again, I think it will work. I will undo it so we can do it equally. Starting from here, stabilize it. Right until here. Do we need another path? I think we're good. Need to somehow blend these surfaces to hide the transitions. Oh, come on, I messed up. Nothing we cannot recover. And let's see how it's looking. I think it's looking great. I'm still not sure about the size of the face or the mouth, like the top profile. But I'm just gonna roll with it. Actually, I didn't check. 80 mils on the x-axis. It's gonna be a thick lure. And I don't know yet what to do with it, because if I'm gonna make it a... Oh wait, my camera is off? What? Give me a second, let me put it on charger. Now it should be on. Yeah, it's on. Nice. So if I'm gonna make it a swim bait, I guess I need it to be thinner. If I am going to make it a... I'm gonna add a lip to it. I'm still not sure though. We can make it like a 3 or 4 piece swim bait. We can stick a lip in here and make it like a wobbler. We can also add prop, like a propeller here at the back. That could also work. Huh. Maybe. In all cases, I think we can just like scale it later. Or we can use the grab tool here. Like if I take the grab tool, make it big enough, we can technically like squeeze it like that. But let's finish with the details, and then we can do like the scanning and stuff. We can still do it after the details are done. And why is it every time I go to layout and come back to sculpting, this happens? Probably because of this. Anyways, the head is kind of done. We can add nostrils. I think they have them here around the eye. Not nostrils, what is this called? It's above the mouth. So it's above the upper lip. Okay, we have two holes for nostrils, and then we have this line. Interesting. Where is the eye? The eye is at the top in a very weird position, and it's a small eye. Let me see layout. Okay, so if I create a cylinder, probably let's make it low poly, 16 mil, and let's see, I think, is it a 6 mil eye? And let's move it somewhere here. Oops, no. Is it shift? Wait, Control G? No, Control D was it? Oh, come on. Control F? Oh, Control F, okay. Grid fill. Too many shortcuts. Okay, nice. Control F, grid fill, loop cut. This is necessary. Okay, nice. Now, this, if we're gonna put a 6 mil eye, then we probably need like a 6.5 or even 6.6 mil, but yeah, that's definitely not the size. So maybe it's a 4 mil eye. What? Even smaller? Interesting. I didn't know Pike had tiny eyes. I think I have a 3 mil eye. Cool. Now we need to apply the scale. Also, I need to go into edit mode and move everything somewhere here. Let's put it here for now. And now we can enable snapping, snap to face, or sorry, face project, and affect align rotation to target. Let's see. Oh no, it's gonna look funny. It's going to look funny. Two eyes looking up. So I'm gonna move it a bit down. Somewhere here. And let's refine it. Okay. Maybe push it a bit more to the inside. Cool. Nice. We can cut it. Let's see if this will affect performance. I hope not. I never tried to. Oh, wait. Where is the cutter? Cylinder. We need to also add a mirror modifier. Yeah, it's gonna affect performance. Oh, come on. Let me go to sculpting and try. Oh no, I'm sculpting the cylinder. There is a way in sculpting mode to select which object you want to sculpt, but I don't know why it doesn't work for me. Oh no, it does not affect performance. Nice. Oh, but I cannot see it. Why though? Not supported in sculpt mode. Interesting. So we need to go back and forth between layout mode and sculpt mode, and this is gonna take a while. Okay. So we have the position of the eye. Let me just look at the layout mode. Just want to see how far away are we from the image. So it's in the same position, a bit down and a bit to the right. Okay. A bit down and a bit to the right. So we need two nostrils right around here. And we probably need the draw brush for this. Oh, too big. Is it something like this? I guess. And what else? So from the nostrils, so from the upper lip till below the eye, we have something going on. I'm guessing it's something like but this is gonna affect the eye. Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's probably starting from here. What do we think? Hmm. Nope. Please tell me I can undo that. Please tell me I can undo it. Come on. Come on. No. Ah, man, I should have saved. I should have saved. I keep doing this to myself. I don't know why. It's not a big of a deal, but it's not that bad. Man, I should catch more pike. I have no idea how they look. Even, I mean, we have pictures, but pictures don't show you like the scale of things and how they actually look. I'm happy with the carvings. What I'm not happy with is the shape of the head. Maybe it's just me. Maybe this is how a pike looks like. I don't know. And I don't want it to be this wide at the back, even though that's how it looks in the picture. So what I think I'm gonna do is uh probably I'm gonna lower this side right here. Something like this. Let me see how it looks. And also maybe this. Yeah, I think this looks better. We can smooth it out. Let's see how it looks in layout mode. So we need to, first of all, let's rename this to lure so we don't get confused. And our cylinder, so we need to remove the boolean. Now view our cutter, so viewport display, set to solid. Yeah, this is what happened. So I made it a bit slimmer. I think I like it this way. I don't like what's going on here. So one way of doing this is I still have the cylinder selected. Come on. One way of doing this is going back to level 6 and then smoothing out this area right here. And then we can go back to level 7. Should fix the rough bumps. I can probably smooth it more. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is add a lip. But, come on, the lip is gonna get rid of all of these beautiful carvings. You know what? We're gonna make it a swim bait. I'm worried about how wide it is, but I think it will work. It will work. Scales. Scales, the roughest part or the hardest part, especially because pike scales are so tiny. They are impossible to, not impossible, I mean nothing is impossible, but impossible to do in one live stream if I'm gonna do them one by one, like what we did with the other lures. So these are either gonna be paint on scales, which will most likely be the case. Yeah, they are tiny. They are tiny. But we can also draw with the texture. So let's try something. First, let me save. This is going to be a new folder. I'm gonna call it Pike. Yeah, let's do it as a swim bait. Okay, Pike swim bait. Nice. And now I'm gonna select the, should we do it with the layer or with the inflate brush? Let's try the inflate brush. Okay, let's see how it's gonna work. I'm gonna get a texture here. We can do a new texture. And let's set it to a Veroni texture. Can play around with the size. What was the default? I forgot. What does this value do? We have an intensity. And we can play around with these. Distance squared, Manhattan. I don't know what these do. Okay, let's see what it does at the moment. So we will get something like this. What if we make it smaller? Probably that's too small. A bit bigger. Okay, and if we hit Control, we get this. I think we need to mess around with the intensity. No, it's doing nothing. Yeah, the intensity does something. I'm not sure if I like this texture though. What what other textures can we use? Let's see. Clouds? Hard clouds? No. Soft clouds? Okay. Depth, what does this do? 3. Distorted noise. Blend, no. Magic. Marble. Musgrave. These are good, I think, for the gills, but of course with less intensity. We can like, I think if you look at a fish, you can see there's stuff on the gills, but they are not actual scales. So we can use something like this with a small brush, like to add stuff here. Will they show up in a 3D print? I don't know. Probably not. But I don't like this texture. I think the clouds one was nice. Now one thing, what is it set to here? Tiled. Can we set it to area plane? No. No, it has to be tiled, I think. Tiled, and do it from this side, I guess, to project it. So it's on the cheek. Yeah, it's in the entire thing between the eye and the back. So like here. Probably that's too much. I think that's just a visual thing. It will not actually, I don't know, maybe it will show up when we print it. But should we smooth it a bit? Interesting. No, I'm not gonna smooth it. Okay, so we're gonna use clouds for here. Now I'm going back to here, clouds. We have a noise texture. Tootsie, Veroni, and wood bands, sine wave. So okay, what if we use the mask? Oh no, that will not work. Wait, I forgot the fin, or there is no need for a fin. Pike don't have side fins, right? I mean, we can model this one, but I'm not going to do that. Let me see how it looks now with the eye. No, oh, hide the image. Yeah, we definitely need scales. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna use a texture though. Can we find like fish scales alpha map? Interesting. Okay. I don't think it's possible with just sculpting. Blender doesn't have a feature like the noise generator, but maybe with displace modifier and vertex group, something like this can be achieved. Oh, this is very old. Now they have it. Nice, but where are they getting these textures from? I tried to create one once. It kinda worked. Kinda. Let's just see. This crayon thing, what is it? Is it like a paid thing? Seamless alpha map. Accept. How much does it cost? I don't get it. Oh, buy it? But is this even an alpha map? It's weird. It looks very weird. Oh no. I'm using the pen. Come on, how do I go back? Interesting. Anyways, I don't have enough times to like throw the scales one by one. So for now, I will use the, where is it? Veroni. Let me see, what does this do? Okay, what if I invert it? Then you go outwards. And they are very random. I think I will do something like this, just for now, and then later change it. Still possible to change because I can save incremental now and have a copy of this. But before I do anything here, I need to go to the mask brush and I'm gonna do something. First of all, set this to, can keep it at smooth, I guess. But one thing that I want to change with the mask brush is the intensity. So at the moment, the strength is set to change on pen pressure. I'm gonna remove that and set the strength to 1. So now it's gonna be completely black. And I'm gonna draw where I want the scales to be. And I will refine it in a bit. Something like this. Okay. Now we will clean the overspray. Okay, nice. And now what we can do to get like a smooth, oh wait, we need to clean this. Definitely don't want scales here. Now the problem with the clean or the delete is it has sharp edges. So I need to go back over this. With a smooth stroke. Something like this. And the same here. Ah, come on. I need to clean here again. My bad. Okay, cool. Now I can invert the mask. And let's get our inflate brush again. Inflate. Okay, now I want this to affect only the front faces. And let's see how it looks. It looks bad. It looks bad. Yeah. So let's change the size, make it smaller. And I want to play around with the intensity. I want to see what it does. This looks like a leather. Yeah, it looks more like leather than scales. Intensity 0.4. Let's set it to set it to 1. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna find a way to draw scales using a brush, using like a couple of strokes and get realistic scales. But for that I need some sort of a procedural texture, something like this. So similar to this texture, you just plug it in to the brush and then do a couple of strokes and it works. But at the moment we don't have that. Let me clear the mask just to see what we have done. I mean, it's better than no scales. But I think when I upload it to printables, it's not gonna be like this, for sure. Now let's see where we're gonna cut it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be multiple pieces. Something similar to, wait, Savage, I think Savage Cube, Pike, Swim Bait. Where was it? Something similar to this. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have probably made the fins since it's gonna be a swim bait. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can still do that. So I'm gonna model a fin. But I don't want these scales. You know what? I can still like smooth them out later. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna leave the scales for now. So let's add a plane and rotate it on the y-axis by 90. Let's move it here. We don't need these for now. Cool. I can go back to using my mouse now. Modeling is a lot easier by mouse. I think this needs to be here. Okay, wait. Let's add a subdivision to the plane. Nice. So once we have this shape, we can add a solidify modifier. And I want this fin to be 3 mils. And we want the offset to be 0. This way it's centered. We can make it even. And that is it. Now the thing is, we have scaled this lure down a bit, so I wanted to get like the general shape, but we can scale it down probably. Interesting what's happening. Wait, what? Oh, it's local coordinates. Okay. Okay, cool. Something like this. $1,200 faces. Okay, so if we move the subdivision to after the solidify, then we get a more rounded shape. But can we do something? Can we set this to like 3 and then add a multi-res? Does it work like that? Cannot move beyond non-deforming modifier. No, it does not work. So if we want to work like this, we need to apply the subdivision, then add a multi-res. So we want to do this, then add the multi-res, and now we can move this. I guess we need to apply the scale. Now we can draw on it. And I guess we can also, yeah. Okay, let's try to make a fin. I'm going to hide the lure. But I want to smooth the edges a bit. Oh, I forgot to enable symmetry. That's fine. That is fine. I'm not gonna be able to undo a lot. So what we're gonna do is symmetrize plus x to minus x. And now I'm gonna enable symmetry. Let's see. Interesting. Symmetry is weird. It's on the Z axis. I'm guessing symmetry is something local. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to symmetrize plus Z to minus Z, I guess. Yeah. trying to be as random as I possibly can. It's weird how sometimes it's hard to be random. Let's see how it looks subdivided. Nice. 50,000. I guess I'm gonna subdivide one more to make it super smooth. Not that it matters a lot, but yeah. Cool, cool, cool. So now for this lip, we need a cube that is 3 mil in thickness, and then we can scale it on the Y and the Z. Okay. And we're gonna put it somewhere here. Make sure it's centered. Nice. So this is gonna be our cutter. We can start renaming stuff like fin cutter. And then this plane is gonna be our fin. So the fin cutter, we can cut the lure with it. It takes some time with millions of triangles. And it's gonna look like that. Oh, wait. Interesting. So for some reason, this is a 2 mil now. Did I make it 2 mil? It should be 3 mil. We can scale it like that. Do we need it to be 3 mil? Can probably do 2.4. Apply the scale. And for the fin cutter, if that one is 2.4, then this could be 2.6. Nice. Now, there's a trick that I recently learned. And that is, I'm gonna keep adding Boolean modifiers, everything is gonna be super slow. So I can come back down here and remove this Boolean modifier, and let me show you a different way to do it. So we have this fin cutter, and let's show it here so you can see it. Set it to solid. Now if I export this fin cutter or the lure, shift select the fin cutter, so both of them, and then I export it as one STL. Select selection only, for example, and let's put it on the desktop for now. Apply modifiers, export. Now if I open Orca Slicer, which is what I use to send jobs to my printer or to slice. So if I open this Pike swim bait, you can see that, let's set it to a color we can see. I think I should use my mouse now. So as you can see, it's imported these two objects as one. Now what we can do is we can right click and click split to parts. And now we're gonna end up with, give it a second, we're gonna end up with our pike swim bait and this cutter right here. And we can right click, change type to negative part. And this will do the boolean for us. So now if I click preview, you can see that it is cut. So this way I can work fast in Blender without affecting performance. So for example, I can now I have already cut the eyes, but let's say I want this cylinder. I'm gonna duplicate it for now. I'll tell you why in a bit. Let's leave it in place, that's fine. I'm gonna go here, remove the mirror modifier, and so the reason I duplicated the cylinder because usually I modify the geometry of the cylinder. So this one is already done. I don't want to redo it. And I can reset the location, for example, to 0. And let's say the rotation to 0. And now we have our cylinder. Now I want this one to be, oh wait, and also I want to set the origin to geometry. So it's in the middle. And the X value is 0. So it's centered. Now I can scale this down to, so I'm gonna use 1.8 mil for all for the line ties, for the line tie and the screw eyes, except for, or you know what? No, I'm gonna use 1.8 for all. Because I think for this lure, when we're gonna split it into 3 or 4 sections, I'm not gonna use 2 screw, or wait. Okay, let's not get ahead. Okay, let's use a 15 mil. I use twist wire, not screw eyes, but it's the same. The only thing that's gonna be different, I guess, is the diameter. Okay, cool. So let's see where we need to put this. Probably somewhere here. Something like that. And I'm gonna enable transparency so we can see better what's going on, because as I said, I'm not gonna cut anything at the moment. I'm just gonna place them. So we can, for example, add another one right here. And I think for this lure, it's gonna have 3. Probably something like that. Yeah. And now we can place the cuts. For example, one here, and maybe one also here. Now, another thing that we need to keep in mind, why are these inside this collection? Interesting. Let's create a new collection, call it twist wire. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these into twist wire. And what else? Yeah, now we can duplicate one of these, but I don't want it in twist wire, so I'm gonna remove it. And let's call this one weight chambers. So this one is gonna be, I think I'm gonna use 8 or 10 mil steel balls. Let me see. Yeah, I have 9 mil. Or I think I also have 9 mil split shot, which would be even better. Let's do 10. But will it fit? We'll see. So if we're using 10 and I want to put like 2 of them, then I probably need like 22 mils. I don't think this will fit. Huh. Oh wait, there's something wrong with the rotation of these? Or is it just this one? No, I think they're not symmetric. No, they are symmetric. Probably just this one. We'll check them. Rotation on the Z, yeah. Rotation on the Z should be 0. Let's set everything to 0. And then rotate it like that. Should be, yeah, it is symmetric, nice, but it's not gonna fit. There's no way this will fit. So we need smaller. Smaller, I guess. 9 mil, will it fit? So this, if we're gonna use a 9 mil hole, then probably I'm gonna put in it like 8 or 8.5 mil balls. It might be still big, but let's see. No, we have clearance. No, we don't. We don't have clearance. Interesting. Even though it's a wide lure. Okay, so right here, I think it will fit. Yes, right in the back, it will fit the 9, and I think it might also fit the 10. The only issue with this, it's not a big issue, but it's barely touching the center, so I think we're fine. If the weight was right here, then yeah, that's gonna be an issue, but I think it's fine. This is fine. We can use something smaller on the front. Like 7 mil balls. Now if we're gonna put 2 7 mil balls, that's 14, 15. Let's do a 16. Then this will fit. Yeah, this is perfect. We can even move it a bit down. Nice. So maybe we use them all as 7 mil balls. So 22 mil, 22 divided by 7. That's about 3. 3 multiplied by 7. 3 balls will give us 21. We can do 23 just in case. Now, the placement of all of these is not final yet. I'm just checking how it's gonna be. And is this enough for weight? Probably not. We can take this, for example, and put one more here. But this is gonna make it a challenge, a big challenge to do the joints. So I'm thinking, what if we only have 2 hook hangers? 2 hook hangers and 2 joints. Will this work? Hmm. Usually it's not hard to make big lures, but on this one the joints is gonna make it a challenge. Now regarding the joints, it's not that hard to make. It's just a plane rotate it on the x-axis by 90, scale it up. Now we can do multiple types of joints. We can, for example, do this, like just a straight cut, or we can do this type where let's enable symmetry. Move it on the Y, something like this. Like that. Something like this will definitely work, but I'm rethinking my weight placements. What if we distribute the weight more instead of putting 3 or 2 in the same, what if we distribute the weight in a different way? Because we have space on the x-axis, it's a wide lure. So what if we got this weight chamber, let's say this one, duplicate it. Let's move it on the x-axis somewhere over here, and then move this on the, move this one on the, oh, it's not gonna fit. We're gonna need smaller balls. I mean smaller weights. Then we can make this, for example, like 6 mil, and this one also 6 mil. Then they're gonna fit. We need to make sure they are symmetric, and the way to do that is by playing around with these settings right here, like 3.5 for example, and then this one is gonna be minus 3.5. Then it's completely symmetric, and now we can make it smaller. So 6 is probably gonna fit 5 mil balls. If we put 2 on each side, that's 4 balls. So 2, we're probably gonna need something like 12, and now I have more real estate. Something like this, and we can move this on the Y. to here. Somewhere here. We can probably do the same here. Now we have more room. And we can even move this joint to here. We can fit screw eyes here, yeah. It will work. It will work. But can we do the same at the front? Let's see. One to this one. We'll have to make it 6 mil. And this one is probably 12. We want it on minus 3.5, and I think it will not work. Yeah, it's gonna cut the outside. How much space do we have here? Can we do minus 3? No, minus 3 is gonna be touching, but is this an issue? Probably not. So if I duplicate this and I set the location on the x-axis to 3, they're gonna basically touch in the middle, almost. But I don't think that's a big issue because it's an internal thing. It's not gonna leak water or anything. I'm more worried about the space between the lure and the cutter. And we can take a look at this. Let's see. So if we select, 1 second. If we select 1, 2, 3, or ignore this one, 3, 4, and the twist wires. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, and the lure, and export them as an STL. Replace. Now, in the slicer, I don't know why I'm still using the pen. Let's delete this. We can import that STL. And again, we can split it into, not objects, into parts. It's gonna take a couple of seconds. Cool. So this is our body, and everything else is what we need to cut. So now we just need to change the type of these to negative parts. Change type, negative part. Change type, negative part. Okay, cool. And now I usually print it like this. So let's see how it looks. Slice it. I've never made like weight chambers like this, two on like next to each other. One way to fix this issue of not extruding, that's because it's too thin to extrude anything, and that's because of the classic wall generator. Sometimes it can be fixed with Arachne, sometimes, not all of the times. Depends on the width or the thickness of the wall. But yeah, as you can see here, it is fixed. The only issue would be this thing right here. It's a bit thin. I mean, it's not gonna cause any strength issues with the lure. And when it's clear coated with a couple of coats of epoxy, it should be fine. It will not leak anything. Oh, and that's a 0.2 mil nozzle. I forgot. What's gonna happen with a zero point 0.4 transfer? Let's see what's gonna happen here. Yeah, so we're gonna have this issue. And the line width. Yeah, I don't like this. I do not like this. And let's see the other one. The other one is completely fine. We can see we have like 1, 2, 3 walls between the two. And that's all because of 1 mil. 1 mil difference. What if I moved the weight back? Let's see. It's number 9 and which one? Number 6. Wait, number 9 and number 6. If we moved it here, no. Yeah, it's still not great. I mean, we can make it 1. We can make it 1 instead. And so if I delete this is 6. So that basically we need 12 mils. 12 on the x-axis, 6 on the y, or 6 on the z. Wait, on the z it's 12? Oh, that's because the rotation is different. Let me apply the rotation. Or no, if I apply the rotation, we mess them up. But yeah, I get the point. So 12 in this direction, we're gonna need 12 in this direction, and 6 on the z. So if I delete these two and add a cube, we need on the x 12, on the y 6, and on the z 12. Why is it like this? What's wrong with... Huh. On the z, no, on the z we need 6, on the y we need 12. Okay, and now we can move this one here. Really? What? I don't think we need 12. So if I use 5 mil balls, let's say 5.5, 11, but still. What if we subdivide it, then it will not fit? we subdivide it like this, um, if we subdivide it like this, and then did this, will it fit the balls here? Interesting. Let's see. Again, split two parts. Let's see how it looks. Okay, we still have that issue, but remove the seams. Line width. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a two-part. I don't think I'm gonna finish it today. It's already 12 p.m. But, oh wait. We're still below the midline. Assuming this is the midline. We can move it up a bit. Probably moved it too much. We only needed. Oh, come on, delete. Okay. Split two parts. Change type, negative. Oh, come on. Yeah. It doesn't matter because the curve starts right here. Even if we have another curve right here, the issue is in the center. Anyways, by the way, this is not like a major issue. I'm just a perfectionist. This will print. It's gonna look, so these will show up in the print, but you can sand them if you want to. I don't like sanding lures. These will barely show up. The scales we made. On a 0.2 nozzle, on the other hand, we're gonna get rid of all the issues. So if I go to the 0.2 nozzle, you're gonna see that now we don't have this issue anymore, and the scales will look nicer. Not just the scales, but even the stuff, the textures we added to the gills, everything will look nicer. But the only problem is, oh wait, only 3 hours? I mean, it is a long time, but that's not too long. Yeah, it might work. Again, I never tried this type of weight chamber, but I will try it on this lure. Another thing we can do with um, exporting STLs like this, I can, for example, add a cube. Let's scale it so it's bigger than the lure, something like that. And I can place it, let's say here, scale it on the Y, or let's do the lower part, for example. Something like this, scale it on the Y. Yeah, so below the center line, make sure it covers the entire lure. And then we can select, let's say, this cube, and let's move it down. We can select this cube, the cube we added for the weight chamber, and our lure, and export them as one STL. And what we can do with this is pretty cool. Yeah. What we can do with this now, let's first rotate it how we would like to print it. And I'm gonna split it again to parts. This is the internal part, so we're gonna change the type to negative part. Now this part right here, this is the cube. I'm gonna change it to a modifier. And now it looks yellow. So what I can do with this modifier is first I can go to my global settings. I can set the infill density. For example, let's say we want gyroid and I want the infill to be 5%. I want it to be like barely has any infill, so it's buoyant in the water. And this will emulate something like a buoyant wood, like for example, what is it called? Balsa wood or something like that. And now I want the lower part. So if I click, where is it? Where's my modifier? I go to strength and now I set the gyroid infill to 20%, for example. Come on, slice. Why isn't it affecting the preview? Okay, there might be a bug. Huh. I think we found a bug with Orca Slicer. This was working. Let's try changing this. Huh, that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh, wait. Oh my god, that's the modifier. This is the negative part, okay. And now we can change this to 25, for example. And set this back to 5. Yeah, that's not a bug, that's a user error. And now we get this. So the lower part is going to be denser than the upper part. And this is are really good for to stabilize the lure in the water. Probably will do it also for this one. Anyways, I think it's time to end the stream. I'm not sure how this lure will turn up, but I'm gonna give it some thought. We have multiple options to use here. I need to think about the placement of the cuts. Because like we don't want many cuts to get nice action. I was able to get nice action from like only one cut from two pieces. But also it's easier to get action from more than one cut. So maybe we can do two. Maybe we can put one here and then the other one would go somewhere here. Something like that. Of course, this will have a solidify modifier. Probably be something like 0.2 mil. What is this? Yeah. Something like this. And then we cut it. This one has to be done inside Blender, not in Prusa Slicer. I'm also considering scaling the entire lure down. Still not happy with the width, with the thickness. We'll see. Anyhow, I'm gonna save an incremental version of this so we can continue from here on the next stream, and see you next Friday. Bye.